Hello everybody, it is another day, another dinner. Tonight's menu on the meal plan, if you guys are following when I gave you the meal plan, it says that tonight is supposed to be pulled pork nachos. However, in the fridge here, I have where I made chicken yesterday for the chicken enchiladas. I still have quite a bit of chicken. So it seems silly to me to do pulled pork when I can just do pulled chicken. What are you doing? He's being shy. So we're gonna do barbecue chicken, not pulled chicken, barbecue chicken instead of the pulled pork nachos. Also, I have a bunch of beans left from last night. So I'm gonna try and just kind of use up what I have for dinner also tonight. So I'm gonna do some bean and cheese nachos, and I'm gonna do barbecue chicken nachos. And then, let's see what else was supposed to be. It was supposed to be coleslaw tonight. Chili lime coleslaw. But we still have some coleslaw here from a couple nights ago. So I'm just doing that with it tonight instead of whipping up a new coleslaw. That being said, there is gonna still be recipes, have no fear. Easy dinner, but lots of recipes still. We're gonna make a cookie cake, so I'm gonna make that here in a minute. He's being wild. And I'm gonna make a hot fudge sauce to go over top of the ice cream that's gonna go on top of the cookie. It's gonna be so good. We're gonna make a queso dip to go over top of the bean and cheese nachos. And then we are gonna just assemble the other nachos. So, tonight's probably gonna be a pretty short one, but it's still gonna be a lot of really good food, and it's real life, and here's what we're having for dinner. All right, we're gonna start with preheating our oven to 350 degrees. We're gonna start off with making the big cookie. Now, this is a cookie cake recipe, so if you wanna make it in a big round pan to make it a cookie cake, let it completely cool, put some icing on it, do it. But, and that's what it's made for, but I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna put it in just my little dish because I wanna cut it, so I guess it's gonna be more like cookie bars, but it's the same recipe as you use for cookie cakes. I'm not gonna put any kind of icing on it because we're gonna put ice cream and hot fudge on it. So, that being said, that's the dish I'm using. If you want to let it be a cookie cake, like I said, cook it in a round pan, and then you're just going to let it completely cool. And then you'll do some icing, just make up some icing, buy some icing, and just pipe on some icing, and it is a perfect cookie cake. Let's get making this big cookie. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna do 10 tablespoons of softened butter. That's a little over a half a stick. Then we're gonna add 2/3 cup of brown sugar, if I can get into it. And 2/3 cup. One-third cup of white sugar. Then we're gonna let this up and we're gonna mix this for about 2 minutes and let it get really good and cream together. Okay, that's been going for a couple minutes. Now I'm gonna add some vanilla and 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. And I'm gonna stir that up again. Now I'm gonna add 1 2/3 cup of flour. There we go. I'm gonna add a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm also gonna add a 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And now I'm just gonna stir that up. cup of chocolate chips. Right, now I'm going to spray my pan. And we're just going to push this into the pan. I'm just going to push that in here into the pan. Best I can. It's wanting to stick. I think I'm going to have to do it with my hands. There we go. And next, I'm just going to sprinkle a few more chocolate chips right on top. And this is going to bake for 22 to 25 minutes. There it is. Our cookie, our great big cookie is done. We're going to let that cool now. Right, now I'm going to do the, get the oven back at 350. I'm going to start with the nachos. These are the chips that we like. I'm just going to start putting some down here. I had some Colby Jack already shredded in a bag. I'm kind of I guess kind of like cleaning out my fridge the best I can day. You know, I don't want to waste stuff and have to throw it out. Especially while we're on a tight budget right now. I want to make sure that we're using everything we can. This is a shredded chicken that I made yesterday. All I did when I baked this is I just threw on some poultry seasoning, and that's all I did. So I'm going to go on and put all the chicken on here. Just like that. Then I showed you guys Sunday how to make your own barbecue sauce, but I actually saw that we had one open. I'm sure Charles, I keep a lot of chicken like this in the fridge. And Charles, a lot of times, will just make a wrap, throw some cheese, throw some barbecue sauce, and I don't have any made. I've got some downstairs like this in the pantry, and he will just grab it and do it like that. And then here, I've got a block, oh, so I'm throwing it around. I've got a block of cheddar cheese. And I'm going to grate that on top. So this will go very, very simply. Then we'll top this with some sour cream when it comes out. You serve it with some sour cream. Now I'm gonna just add some green onion. I just cut my green onion with my kitchen shears. You could also add jalapenos. That'd be really good. Charles does not do jalapenos. Or Ronnie. And honestly, I think I might add it to half of them because I think that'd be really good. And then half of it, I'm going to top with pickled jalapenos. Now I'm going to pop this in the oven and we're going to make the cheese sauce, the queso, to go on the bean nachos. Okay, the cheese sauce we're gonna do back here in this back burner, so hopefully you guys can see it. I do not have the best kitchen for filming, for sure. I'm gonna heat up a couple tablespoons of butter. Okay, I'm gonna go on and just use my whisk. Now in here, I'm gonna put in some garlic, minced garlic. And I'm gonna cut in a couple green onions. And move that off of here because it's starting to go quick. So I'll move it off the heat for a second so I can get this onion in. I'm going to save this green onion for chopping on top. Now I'm just going to let this go back here and cook for just a minute. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of flour. And we'll cook that just for a minute. Then I'm going to start adding in some milk. To this mixture, I'm going to add some cumin. A little onion powder. Pretty thick. I gotta add more milk. Also gonna add a little salt. See how this is coming along here. Then I'm going to add a little bit of the pickling juice from the jalapenos. And just a little bit more milk. Now I'm going to pull it off the heat from back there. And I'm going to add freshly shredded Monterey Jack. And stir that until it's all nice and melted. So next I'm going to do the bean and cheese nachos. Now this is a very basic sauce. I'll tell you what is better is if you do Monterey Jack with some white American cheese. It definitely has more of that Mexican restaurant taste, but I didn't have any. I thought about getting some, but then that would have pretty much blown my budget, so I did not. I'm making do with what I have. So next I'm gonna just kind of spoon some beans on here. Like that. And I'm going to pour some of the cheese sauce over top. Just like that. And now I'm going to pop this in the oven with the other one. Hold on, I almost forgot a couple jalapenos. Again, I can only do jalapenos on part of it. Okay. Now this is ready to go in the oven. Okay, the barbecue chicken nachos are done. And they're looking wonderful. I'm gonna top this side over here with some sour cream. Because the only people that like sour cream are also the people that like the hot spicy stuff. That's myself and Kate. So there is that. And a couple little bits of green onion on top. Okay, so that's the barbecue nachos. Here are the barbecue nachos. Okay, and now the bean and cheese nachos are done. I am just gonna top those. Little green onion. So here are those. So we are gonna go eat our nachos and then I'll be back to make the hot fudge to go with the cookie sundae. Okay, that was delicious. Hit the spot. Great way to use up leftovers. I know it's not a super exciting meal for me to cook for you guys today, but it did definitely use up those leftovers, and I think that that is a huge key, and I don't think anybody would disagree in staying on budget, and especially trying to be on a tight budget. Now, by using things that I already have, like some sweetened condensed milk, chocolate chips, I'm gonna make a hot fudge sauce, just an easy one. You can definitely, there are tons of recipes out there, and I have some that are to make it completely from scratch. But today is all about, for me, taking the shortcuts and just relaxing. It is a snowy, dreary day, and I just wanna cuddle up with everybody. They're in watching 911, and I wanna just cuddle with them. So I'm gonna take shortcuts and do it just a fast, easy chocolate sauce. So here's how we're gonna make it. Okay, so we're gonna turn this heat on in the rear burner. That's the one I'm using, and I'm gonna melt a half a stick of butter or 4 tablespoons. This just takes 3 ingredients: the half a stick of butter, sweetened condensed milk, and half a cup of chocolate chips. That's it. It comes together in like 10 minutes time. You can store this for up to 3 weeks in the fridge. Just put it in a mason jar if there's any left. So I'm going to just slowly add in my condensed milk. And our chocolate chips. That's it. We're just going to stir this till it's all melted up and well incorporated. And we have hot fudge. All right, that's it, you guys. That's how easy that is. All right, here's my taste tester.
Is this the only one I get to taste test, or do I get to taste test like everybody?
No, you ate your nachos already. And you don't get everybody's dessert. It's so dark in our house.
Oh my god, that's good. That's really good.
Okay, Ron, you're up.
I did. I had some spot.
That's good. We are watching 911. Charles and I have already watched, like all of them were up to date, but now Ronnie wants to catch up. So that's what we're watching. All right, you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. I'm gonna get mine, and I gotta call Katie and Theo down, and we're gonna have our Sundays and enjoy the rest of this night. Don't forget, let me know what you guys have for dinner. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Have a great day or night, wherever you are.